Hello,
Hello, hello.
Jamie. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Eric, I
pushing
know you're
through
doing
my
good.
head cold.
Oh, you have a head cold? Oh,
Can't hear it.
no, I can't. You look
It sounds so nasally.
In fact, I was going to say how good you look. You should have head cold
Uh,
more often.
See, that's what I usually tell people. If I'm looking nice, it's probably because I'm not feeling good, so I'll glam it up.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to talk about one main subject, but for some reason, I have this one question that somebody asked and begged me to ask, and it will not fit in a 20-minute video. It's just they say, and I don't know who these they people are, but they say a lot of stuff. They say that we have cities on the dark side of the moon, and also uh, it's an artificial satellite. There are all sorts of proof that go into this, including astronauts who have actually been there.
Um, Not an artificial satellite. Um, we'll talk about the pictures that you're saying. Oh, first of all, Eric says, "Hi, Mom, I love you." He says,
Hi.
"Hi to everybody watching." He's like, "Thanks for coming back for more." He goes, "This is so addictive." And he said, "You really should send your questions in to my mom so that we can explore everything that you really want to know."
Yeah.
He goes, "So we're talking about the moon right now, and the moon is not an artificial man-made satellite." Oh my God, booyah. I totally forgot about that word. So in your face. But are there stations there? That's what you're really asking. And
Mhm.
then on the dark side of the moon, he says there have been attempts to set up stations on the dark side of the moon. They don't thrive really well. There are other stations that are not human
Ah.
that have also been on the darker side of the moon. Um, but he's saying as to be colonized or to live, no.
So nobody right now. No being.
What was the question again?
There's no being living there right now.
Like as in a colony?
Or any, just if it's even one person in a little station there.
Then yeah. Yeah, there's a one person little station there, but it's not a colony.
Okay, so there may be like just a handful of people of entities there.
Yeah, it's kind of the way he's showing me is like playing a game of tag.
Uh-huh.
Not everybody is on base at the same time,
Okay.
and sometimes there might be more, and the game starts over, and so everybody's gone. So it has that kind of feeling to it, but it's not heavy traffic.
Okay. Well, when did we try to set up a station there?
He laughs. He goes, "When did we not?"
Oh, smart ass. There's,
um, no, he's looking at the 70s into the 80s.
okay.
And then it looks like it's pulled back or gone dark for the 90s.
Okay.
Something's not successful, something's not working. It's easier to be space bound rather than moon grounded.
Now, why the dark side though? That doesn't make sense.
He said, yes, it does, so it can't be monitored.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, people on Earth.
Okay.
It's constantly out of sight.
Okay. And what are the purposes of the station? So what was the intended purpose?
For different reasons, contact with other alien beings. That was a good source. It was also kind of the idea that we could watch the the space
Okay.
better. So having things mounted on the dark side of the moon to be able to film, to observe, he
Okay.
said is a fixed, and it's also to pay attention to orbit, gravitational qualities, and the health of the moon because it's changed drastically in the last thousands of years.
Mm. In what way?
Its orbit has changed,
Oh,
and it seems to be going almost further away. to the Earth, as if, and he shows me, God, that's a funny image. What's that called? The the merry-go-round thing at the playground?
Uh-huh.
Not the one with the horses.
Yeah.
And
I
and
mean,
it's metal, and the kids hold on to the
hold
bars, and you swing really hard, and then you can't hold on, and you're pulled back, and then your fingers slip and you fly away. It's almost like gravity is losing its grip on the moon. And it's weird. I keep getting the image of an egg. I know. But he's showing me the egg, the yolk inside the egg. And the Earth, the hot core, is in the center. But in the moon, it's like the yolk is closest to the Earth,
Oh,
and all the white part is out to space.
okay. So will that have
I
a drastic effect on us as it?
Yeah, it affects the weather, and it affects the tilt. Sometimes he does things just to see if I'll repeat it, and that was one of them. He goes, and
Oh,
I repeated it. That was the tilt of the Earth, everybody. There you go. That's your visual.
okay. So will that endanger human life?
It can in the thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Okay.
This is not anything that's right up in our face. But as we explore and get the percentages and the rates. But he's also showing me that all the other planets are pulling further
Okay.
away from the sun. It's not like we're all getting closer and warmer
Okay.
and yay, it's
Yeah.
a tug.
Okay. One more question along this line. When will we colonize another planet?
Yesterday?
Okay. In terms of earthly linear time.
Oh, we've done that with Mars.
Oh, we have?
You
Well,
know, it's
be able,
kind of,
like the masses, be able to inhabit another planet if ours goes to crap.
I would give us a few more hundred years.
Okay. All right. How will we get?
And
I
in
mean,
the big scheme of things, I'm not that far away. We can inhabit space, Mom, much quicker. We can do that shit right now, man. We can build that. Boom, have a floating ship.
yeah.
Awesome. He says, but if we're talking about to another planet, he says the time it takes to dig, to regulate temperatures, to,
I know.
have sustainable life systems in place. He's like, we can do that on Mars. It does take a lot of effort.
Find a planet that is more like Earth that has an atmosphere and
Oh,
can sustain
fucking,
life.
there's so many of those fucking planets. I don't know why everybody thinks, oh, you're one in a million.
Well, how long would it take to get to the closest one?
Huh. With a wormhole or without?
Oh, whatever we can do, man, with the wormhole, I guess.
A linear time frame?
Yeah. You know you're going to have to do that for me.
Yeah. He's talking about a 5 to 7 year travel time. What's a light year? How much is a light
It's
year?
the time, the distance light travels in 1 year. So that's pretty long because light it goes fast. Do we have something picked out?
No.
Okay, so that's a ways off.
Yes.
Will we? Will it be a situation where we kind of have to go because Mother Earth is like
No, but there'll
sun's
be,
going to implode or?
fuck no, fuck no. There will be people though who are like, oh, space living is like the next thing. We have to really do that just in case. Risk management. So
Mm-hmm.
there will be people who go up and civilians who go up and live years on, he calls it like a satellite base,
Okay.
that orbits the Earth. It still uses the Earth's gravitational pull and everything.
Oh, okay. But as far as another planet and another, no.
No, that's a little bit out.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we kind of filled up the video with this more than I thought. I was going to go on to a whole nother topic, but I think I'll do that for the next video. But
Dun, dun, dun.
Anything, I'll just use up a little extra, have a few extra questions. When we do live on another planet, won't there be fights over what country owns what planet? Will we have that whole thing going on?
At that time, space travel will be seen as more of like a United Nations rather than a United States. So it's not going to be, hey, Germany did this, or Africa did this, or United States. It's a united stance when we go to colonize because of the funding, the money,
Yeah,
and the amount of knowledge, information, and the types of craft
okay,
that people will need to know will pull worldwide for that team.
okay. Well, that's going to be fascinating. I just hope we take better care of that planet than the one we're taking care of now.
Amen.
We will.
He goes, that's such a good statement.
Surely we'll be more evolved by that time.
Yes, we will. And women will rule the earth.
Hmm?
And women will rule the earth.
Yeah, it's about time, man. What about aliens? Will they live with us too on this planet?
They'll be known, yes.
Okay.
But we won't consider them as living on the planet with us because they have their own place.
Okay. All right. That was awesome. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Jamie.
He takes a bow. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Anything else to say about this?
Because I'm excited about it. If people want to ask more questions about alien life, he said he's up for it. Seems to be a hot ticket. People want to understand.
They really do, yeah. All right, y'all, stay tuned for what follows to the end of this video, please, because I have a lot of information for you.
Yes.
See you later.
You.
Eric will
Bye.
later.
Yes, he'll haunt you later.
Bye.
Bye.